This is the third presentation on the website stevemorris.org. Today we will be searching the New York Vital Records. On the home page for stevemorris.org, scroll down to the section that contains the New York City Vital Records. We will be looking at the marriage certificates from 1866 to 1937. This will be used as an example of how to use the one-step method when searching on this website. There are three options for searching marriage records using the one-step method. These options are a search on Family Search, a search through the IGG, which is the Italian genealogy group, or a search using Ancestry, which requires payment because of the $sign. They are shown above. Looking for the marriage of Mary Severtner, all three options will be used to show the difference between the three sites. According to her family, she married before coming to Utah. She came to the United States about 1893 and married in New York City. Many immigrants share the same story. They married in New York City and then they worked until they had sufficient funds to move on to other locations in the United States. Using the Family Search option, do a Starts With search for Mary or Maria Severt. Only the first 3 letters of her first name were used and the last 5 letters of her last name. Mary Severtner's marriage was found on Family Search. By clicking on Mary's name, you will see more details on how to access a copy of the actual marriage document. It is always recommended that where possible you view the original document as it may contain more information. More information was provided about this marriage on the index page. This included the names of the parents of the bride and the parents of the groom. To the right is shown the Family History Library catalog number and certificate number that can be used in accessing the original documents. In a few moments you'll see why that was important. Using the IGG option, a search for the marriage of Mary Severtner was conducted. Only the first letter of her first name and the first 5 letters of her last name was used in a Starts With search. On this site you can search using either the groom index or the bride index. Basically the same results were available on the IGG option, including the film and certificate number as found on Family Search. However, the details that were available on Family Search were not included in this option. Displayed is the result using the Ancestry.com option. The disadvantage of using Ancestry is that the film number is not included in the search result and it is a paid site. What are your next steps after you have the film number and the certificate number? First, go to the Family History Catalog and do a place search for New York, Manhattan. Next, scroll down to Vital Records and look for the marriages in the correct time period. Find the appropriate film for the date and certificate number. Locate the marriage license on the film. After locating the correct film, we can see that the records from that film have been indexed and that they are also viewable at a family history center. There is more to the story of Mary Severtner. Using stevemorris.org and a search on the Ellis Island records, the immigration record for Mary was located. It shows that she came to the United States with her brother and she was only 11 years old. Unfortunately, it does not give a place of birth. As it turned out, Jaroslav Severtner also married in New York City in 1900. The film number and the certificate number were given on the IGG site. The marriage certificate for Maria Severtner is shown on the left, while that of her brother, Jaroslav Severtner, is shown on the right. They have the same parents. In addition, notice that they were married by the same person, Vincent Piesack. With a little internet searching, it was discovered that Vincent became a pastor at the age of 23 and remained one for nearly 50 years at the Jan Hus Church in New York City. That church is still in operation and at the same address given on the marriage records. A phone number was given. Another way to locate the church, and this was a lucky find, was to Google the address given on the marriage records. The address was 347 East 74th Street. When this was done, the church was located, and there is a plaque on the side of a building of a Vincent Pisek. The phone number given on the internet prompted a call to the Jan Hus Church. The office manager instructed on how to send a request for information. The reason this might be important is that, as previously noted, the place of birth was not given for either Mary or Jaroslav. Often church records contain that information, whereas civil records may not. These research techniques using one step can be applied to the birth and death records for New York City as well as to the vital records for Chicago and the Illinois death records. Here's hoping that these 3 presentations have been helpful to you, showing you how to use stevemorse.org.